Yes, Nigerians, welcome to another analysis on what's trending today. Yes, for the first time in Nigeria history, a sitting president walked into the annual meeting of the country's top editors, not to lecture them or to challenge them. Yes, of course, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu says the media must rise again, not as spectators, but as builders of a nation struggling for unity and truth. But is this a rebirth for Nigerian journalism or a carefully crafted goal for control? That is what we'll be discussing on this episode. At the 21st Nigerian Guild of Editors annual conference in Abuja recently, President Bola Tinubu delivered what many are calling one of his most symbolic speeches since assuming office as the president. He praised the media's historical role in shaping Nigeria's democracy for fighting colonial rule. Yes, from fighting colonial rule to resisting military dictatorship, but also warned that in this new era of digital misinformation, in this era of AI, the responsibility of journalists has never been greater. Tinubu's message was clear. Journalism must be the conscience of the nation. He said editors must report boldly but truthfully, criticize with fairness, and choose responsibility over recklessness, because some writers, their pen are tinted with political tunes. In his word, falsehood can take roots before truth has time to speak. Yes, of course, that's true. That's the direct reference to how social media now shape national narrative faster than traditional media can even verify them. But beyond the rhetoric, Tinubu made a practical promise to consider tax relief and fiscal incentives that could help media houses survive in this harsh economic climate. That's something the industry has been demanding for years, and this time around, it's like a relief. But Nigerian media landscape today is vibrant but vulnerable. Over 1,000 radio and television stations operate freely, yet many are struggling financially. Advertising revenue is dropping, operational costs is soaring, and digital transformation has left legacy media behind. So when the president talks about tax incentives, VAT exemption, and a media development fund, it's not just a political gesture. It could be a lifeline for journalism in Nigeria to thrive. However, critics warn that financial support for government must never be leashed around the media's neck. So here's the million naira question. Can the Nigerian media truly balance independence with partnership? Can editors hold power to account without being branded enemy of the state and without losing access to funding if really these incentives are given? Because Tinubu's speech, while high uplifting, walks a fine line, one that calls for truth but also hints at restraint. As President himself said, your aim must never be to tear down but to build a better society. The message is patriotic, but in practice, it challenges editors to stay fearless and responsible in equal measures. Because you just have to be responsible to be a professional. This conference wasn't just another talk show. It was a turning point, a reminder that journalism is not just about headlines, but about history. The question now is, will Nigerian editors rise to the occasion, or will the noise of misinformation drown out the voice of truth? Because as Tinubu said, the story we tell ourselves as a nation influence the country we become. If we tell ourselves that we are failed, that we are losers, you know the results. Your guess is as good as mine. It's not just about press freedom, it's about national destiny. The pen must once again become the pillar of Nigeria's democracy. I rest my case. Don't forget to like, share your thoughts with me on this comment, and I will see you in the next episode. Stay tuned and stay blessed. Have a great day.